Hey guys, Vibe here, and welcome to my Canadian Grand Prix preview for the 2015 Canadian Grand Prix. Obviously in the background we have R Factor and we have the 1988 cars. Now there's 26 cars, so a bit of chaos ensued with the safety car on the last lap. So if you're wondering why I slowed down right at the end of the thing, you now know why. Anyhow. My predictions for this weekend's Canadian Grand Prix now. So last year, shall I say, Canada, we obviously saw the surprising circumstance of the MC UK system on the Mercedes. Now, obviously, it failed during the race, and eventually the brakes started to overheat. Unfortunately for Lewis Hamilton, his brakes went completely because he overused them. Rosberg managed to look after them, but unfortunately, because he lost that, he actually was slower than the Red Bull, which was actually second fastest last year, and the Red Bull obviously went on to take the win. Now, if the same thing happens, there's a good chance that Ferrari's currently second best at the moment, so there's a good chance they can easily just pick up the pieces here if Mercedes fail to do anything here. So it's essential that Mercedes get their act together in this weekend's Grand Prix, mainly just because if they don't, then there's a good chance that the constructors and the drivers can be closed up by Ferrari. I mean, yeah, true, it makes the championship more interesting, I get that, but unfortunately it's not always the same for every Grand Prix, and you know the championship can change depending on what happens in the races. So anyway, my main predictions, obviously the main point of this video is obviously about the predictions. So, currently I predict that Lewis Hamilton will actually get pole position. Like I said, for the Monaco one, I thought Nico was going to get pole, and he didn't. It was Hamilton. Now, I would not be surprised if either of the Mercs took pole. I mean, it would be nice if, you know, maybe Rosberg could fight back and take pole. But my money's on Lewis as usual. I'm not a huge Hamilton fan. I just like the way he drives compared to Rosberg, and I think he's much more efficient with his fuel. It seemed to show it last year, you know, when he was in the dominant car, and it kind of shows it a bit this year. I noticed that Lewis has used a bit of fuel just to catch Rosberg up, but hey, there you go. Nonetheless, though, like I said, prediction-wise though, I definitely assume that it would have to be all the Mercs. So most likely in this case, I predict Hamilton will get pole position, Rosberg will get second in qualifying, and then it most likely be either Vettel or Raikkonen. Most likely Vettel, because Vettel seems to do quite well at this track. In third, with Raikkonen probably getting 5th or 6th, qualifying behind the Williams. Because obviously Williams have got a straight line speed, which is quite useful for this circuit, I think. Anyway, some side arrows action happened there. But the main point of this, obviously, we've got what that was qualifying. That was qualifying predictions, but the race predictions now. The race itself, I reckon, should be interesting. I would imagine we'll see the two Mercedes and the two Ferraris go head to head once again. A bit like Bahrain. Hopefully it can be a bit of a mix-up. It would be nice to see Red Bull be a bit stronger at this circuit, considering they haven't got the speed. I know that I think they've upped the gear ratio on their car this year, so they've got a better top-end speed. I mean, it's still like slow, but it's got a better top-end speed. But nonetheless, I find this quite interesting. So, if there's anything to mention, as I just spin it here, if there's anything to mention about this weekend's Canadian Grand Prix, it's the fact that if Red Bull manage to do well, then that will put them back on track in terms of point scoring and everything. So it would be nice to see Ricciardo on the podium. So if he could push and get a podium, that would be nice. But obviously that all depends if Mercedes and Ferrari get it wrong. But anyway, main predictions, I reckon it will be, because Lewis is on pole, like I said before, I reckon it will be Lewis that wins, with Rosberg second. Vettel and Raikkonen will probably take third and fourth, most likely. Then will probably come... Now, over the past couple of races, I've noticed that the Williams of Felipe Nasr has near enough got in the top 10 every time and gone 5th. But you've obviously got to consider, like, Verstappen, in the Toro Rosso, Sainz, Nasr, Ericsson. You've got to consider the Saubers, because the Saubers do look strong. So for 5th, I'm actually going to take a bit of a gamble here. I'm actually going to say Nasr 5th, Then I'm going to say Bottas for 6th, Grosjean 7th, Sainz, no not Sainz, Verstappen, sorry, 8th, Maldonado 9th, and most likely in 10th place, if you believe this or not, I'm going to actually say, for once, I believe in 10th place we could have Daniel Ricciardo. Now, unfortunately, I don't reckon Red Bull get that far. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have, make sure to hit the like button, and of course, make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, I've been Viper Racing. You guys have been great, and I'll see you guys next time. Ta-ra!